Okay guys, we're backstage as you can see with the Dave Berry. Dave, how's it going?
Very well, thank you, Tiger. How are you?
I'm really good actually.
Before we start the questioning,
okay,
may I say,
you
look great.
Thank you so much. I've just got back from Canada myself, so I've got a kind of compilation of Canadian and UK stuff. So I think you look quite dapper yourself, to be honest.
Very nice of you to say, thank you. I got signed to a modelling agency when I was about 17 years old, and I did a few bits. I did Ted Baker, I did French Connection, I did magazines like Face, and I was very skinny, very pale, and I had very long hair. And at the time, this was in like 1998, do you remember that, kids? And Britpop was big, I just fitted what was right. And then as soon as everybody got all chiselled and buffed up, my modelling career was over. Yeah, I didn't want to get out of there, they just forced me out.
It's a natural progression. So I see you look quite dapper yourself, as I mentioned earlier. I mean, how do you see fashion going in the future in terms of like 2010 and onwards? Do you see it going quite retro or kind of going backwards?
I don't know. I mean, for me, I've always liked a suit. I've opened a tailor's. We're called October House, so this is why I wear suits all the time. I really want to be. It's like 40 degrees in the shade right now. My business partner, who was my tailor, who I've got into business with, is like, you have to wear a suit if you're going to be on telly. So I'm like, please let me take this off.
So I mean, you're engaged to Heidi from the Sugar Babes at the moment, right? So that's
just
going
at the
pretty well, I'm presuming. Well, at the moment, they don't want to like think too far
Thanks
ahead.
for jinxing me, man.
I know, don't tell. I feel really bad now. Guys, we've got nothing to do with this, by the way. But so I mean, so how's I guess that's going quite well. And have you got like a date for the marriage? I mean, just the background exclusive on the marriage. Anything going there?
Do you know, if I was going to give anyone the exclusive,
it would be me.
Well, it would be OK Magazine because they pay the most. Then definitely you. You'd be second, I swear.
Okay,
but we don't know. I got all het up about the proposal. I did it. I did it properly, like a gentleman should. And all that's changed is we've got more copies of Wedding Vogue magazine or whatever on the coffee table. But other than that, we're just kind of chugging along and looking forward to whenever it happens. Although I did have, which is one of my favourite fashion experiences of all time, in the last 15 years, I was walking down the road and I was wearing my really tight jeans, right? This is just the other day, and a group of kids at a bus stop in Peckham, there were about 14, there were about 10 of them. One of them yelled across the street at me, went, "Mate!" And I can't look round, and I thought he was going to go, "Oh, it's Dave Berry," and I was going to go, "Oh, yeah." He went, "Relax your jeans."
Oh, no way.
So I think that maybe things are going to get a little looser. They're going to get a little loose. So even this is like quite a baggy pant for me.
Yeah, I know.
So maybe that's the future. Maybe, you know, men are going to stop wearing, well, me, I'm going to stop wearing skinny jeans and Winkle pickers.
Okay, moving on swiftly. So you're
moving on from me getting my fashion advice from a 14-year-old boy in
Peckham.
I know.
I mean,
why would you want to move on from that?
But it's Peckham, you know.
It's
you
like
don't
really,
I know, it's kind of insane. Who did you grow up with fashion-wise? Who did you look up to? Was it like Armani, or more kind of just high street fashion?
Yeah, well, for me, the first thing I did clothes-wise, I ran a vintage clothes shop, which was a big influence for me, and I think also a big influence for a lot of designers. And as far as kind of style icons go, anything Michael Caine circa the 60s and 70s, Sean Connery as Bond, this is a complete rip-off of that. Usually I have a black tie with it, and it's Octopussy. You know, this is what it is. I can't claim it's mine. Paul Weller, I think, has always maintained a great sense of style. And designer-wise, for me personally, if I'm not having my own suit made by October House, there you go, kids. Prada. I think Prada are the king of the hill.
Anyway, Dave, you've been amazing. Thanks for having us. And again,
enjoy the rest of your show.
London darling, see we ain't got no swing, except for the rain and the touch of pain. The ice is coming, the sun's zooming in, melt down like spectral, the wheat is going in.